haven't had a domestic violence shelter in Horry County since 2015. And I've been working since 2015 to do my part to help bring one back here.
I was actually an assistant director at a homeless shelter. I started off there as a volunteer, and that shelter in particular, and any of the regular shelters, it's an okay place for a woman to turn around and go to, but at the end of the day, they still have to turn around and go out on the street every day. They still have to turn around and do things that they really need not to be doing. It needs to be more of a secure environment.
We used to have a shelter through CASA. CASA closed. Then there, for a minute, there was New Directions, but for over a year, probably 2 years, it's been serviced by the Georgetown Family Justice Center.
Family Justice Center is the best of the best. They have the state's 24-hour hotline, and a lot of people don't know, they service women much more than just getting them out of the situation, getting them into a shelter, getting them a temporary restraining order, getting them and their children into counseling, getting them into transitional housing, getting them helping get them an apartment, getting them out of that circumstances. There's a victims assistance fund, and they help these women, and they work with them from beginning to end, up to 5 to 6 years until the cycle is broken. They drive that person and their child to the Georgetown line. The Georgetown sheriff then picks them up, then bring them to the domestic violence shelter.
Whenever you don't have support, like I was actually taken out of state, I was taken to different places where I didn't know anybody, so I had nobody, and it will actually make you feel like, you are suicidal, something is going to happen, because the harder you are beat down, the more you believe you deserve it.
It takes a lot of bravery. It's a very, very difficult decision to finally leave. You're beaten down. You're made to feel like you're worthless. It's all control. And when you do make that decision, and then you figure out, no, wait, I have to go to Georgetown. I have a job. My kids got to go to school. My kids are going to be displaced. I'm not going to be able to go back and forth to work. I'm going to end up losing my job. It makes an extremely difficult decision about impossible. A friend of mine who is very well known, the owner of King One Properties, Michael King, on as co-chairman. And between Michael and I, we have and we continue to deal with many businesses, and their people are getting on board on a daily basis.
Fred called to see about funding sources. This thing was really catching traction. The locals, especially around North Myrtle Beach, were really excited and really wanted to help out. So Fred asked if I had any friends on the legislature, and I did. You know, I knew basically all of those guys. So I wrote them a letter. I explained I know the budget process is probably through. I don't know if there's any way that you guys would have any one-time money to start up a shelter. But if you were to, the Family Justice Center and domestic violence is a big problem, and that is really the best that we've got as far as taking care of women who have been the victim of abuse almost immediately. As soon as the mail was delivered, the first guy that called back was Greg Duckworth, and he said, you know, I'm totally on board. I don't know if we can get an amendment to this year's budget, but count me in. And since that time, we've had quite a bit of other representatives. I can truly say that in my time around here, this group of Senate and House members work together better for the people of Horry and Georgetown counties than I've seen in the past. Unfortunately, we had passed the time for one-time money this year. We had passed the time for the budget. But he promised to keep it up and to see if there was any money available next year.
We're also putting together, and this is with the Let's End the Violence Committee, which includes Rape Crisis Center, Family Justice Center, police, solicitor's office, and many other groups, where Reverend Tim McCray is the co-chairperson on that. Is a second annual Let's End the Violence, but starting it with the Let's Walk in Her Shoes.
Coming up in October, there's going to be a special event. It's called Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. And the reason why I say it's kind of cool because it's in October, because, well, October is my birthday. So Walk a Mile in Her Shoes is going to be a great event. It's going to be held up in the Possum Trot area.
So I'm hoping for 1,000 walkers. I'm hoping for 1,000 sponsors.
I strongly urge you to sign up, come, show up, walk, do whatever you can to raise money for this shelter.